This video is brought to you by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld again, and the time has finally come to officially talk about Battlefield 5. And I don't just mean speculate, I mean today we're actually going to dive in and talk about some of the confirmed features that are going to be in the game. As you may know, I'm actually part of the EA Game Changers program, and a few days ago, a few of us were given a ton of inside information. And so in this video today, I'm going to boil it down for you guys really simply, and we're going to talk about what I think are the best new changes and improvements in BF5. So to kick off, the first new improvement to BF5 I want to talk about in this video is to operations, or should I say grand operations, as it's now going to be called. And in a nutshell, this mode is now going to be inspired by real historical events, and it's going to span over 4 in-game days. Each day of the operation is going to feature a different game mode, and the different modes could even be played on different maps. And the outcome of each day will have an effect on the next, even sometimes ending in a brutal permadeath mode at the end called Final Stand if day 3 is too close to call. Now, speaking of the Final Stand mode, another new improvement that it's going to feature is what DICE are calling War of Attrition. And what this is basically adding ammo scarcity and non-regenerating health back into the franchise, forcing you to rely on your teammates a bit more. The way DICE puts it is that you're now going to be limited but still capable, meaning you can still blindly rush in if you want to, but you won't be nearly as effective. And to compensate for this, you'll be able to pick up health and ammo at various points around the map or off dead enemy soldiers. Another new change that's going to slow you down and make you rely on your team a bit more as well is the new death loop, which unlike in BF1 progresses a lot slower through multiple stages instead of just putting you back to the main map if you don't get revived. When you first die, after you see your killer, you'll enter a bleed out screen where you can look around, and if you don't get revived in that screen, you'll enter a screen where you follow your squad members. You can then either choose to spawn in on one of them, or as in previous games, back out to the main map where you can spawn as normal on flags and or respec your loadout. So I should point out that the next improvement on this list is a difficult one to explain, but I'll try anyway, and that's the new physicality system that they're using in BF5. And basically what it does is works around the idea that if you think you should be able to do something, you should be able to do it, and most importantly, it should require an input. This includes new movements like jumping through windows, action dives, sliding, shooting while you're jumping, and even sprinting while crouched. And not just that, character movement from the perspective of other players is now dependent on terrain, meaning that you'll look like you move differently as you walk on different surfaces. Now, the next change I want to talk about is something that I know Battlefield fans have been wanting for a long time, and that's realistic micro-destruction. Because, and I wish I could show you guys this, the way destruction works now is really impressive, and it mimics how physics actually work in the real world. You don't just, for example, blow out a predetermined section of a wall anymore. They actually crumble and pieces fly out in reaction to the force, possibly even damaging players in their way. And in a nutshell, the new system does lead to interesting new gameplay options, like, for example, what we saw in the trailer, like driving your tank right through a house. But finally, the last improvement, and I think something that a lot of people have been calling for some time now, is more predictable gunplay. And so, needless to say, random bullet deviation and visual recoil are now gone in BF5, and each gun will have a very unique and predictable recoil pattern. From what we were shown, the recoil actually reminded me of games like CSGO, meaning that if you're a good player, you'll be able to pretty easily learn the pattern of your favourite guns. And I think most importantly to point out, the reason DICE are doing this is because they do want to reward players for being skilled, and that means that BF5 is going to be much less of an RNG fest than BF1 was. So anyway guys, that just about wraps up this quick video, but if you're keen for more inside info on Battlefield 5, well, have a look in the description down below. At the top you'll see a link to a very similar video to this one about what I think are the best new features in BF5, so feel free to check that one out as well. As always though, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and please subscribe if you want to keep up to date with my new videos. Also, don't forget you can keep in touch with me on Twitter and Discord using the links down below. And of course, until next time, see you later and have a good one.